Chapter 18, Money and Banking System. Money. Components of money supply. uh, M1 measure of money supply, M2 measure of money supply, M3 measure of money supply, M4 measure of money supply, liquidity aggregates, banking, history of banking in India, nationalization of banks in 1969, in 1980, in 1993, in 2015, 2017, in 2019. Types of banks. कमर्शियल बैंक के दो भाग में है। शेड्यूल कमर्शियल बैंक, नॉन शेड्यूल कमर्शियल बैंक। इस शेड्यूल कमर्शियल बैंक का तीन पार्ट है: पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक्स, प्राइवेट सेक्टर बैंक्स और फॉरेन सेक्टर बैंक्स। पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक्स का भी थ्री पार्ट है: एसबीआई एंड इट्स सब्सिडरीज बैंक्स, नेशनलाइज्ड बैंक्स, रीजनल रूरल बैंक्स। Scheduled commercial banks, public sector banks, SBI, Regional Rural Bank, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, NABARD, other nationalized banks, private sector banks, payment banks, small finance banks, foreign banks, non-scheduled commercial banks, cooperative banks, state cooperative banks, urban cooperative banks. Functions of commercial bank: receive deposits, current account, saving account, fixed account, cash credit account, recurring deposit account, to lend money. Agency function: miscellaneous functions. Central bank: organization and management of RBI, subcommittees of the Central Board, Board for Financial Supervision, Board for Payment and Settlement Systems, research institutes, subsidiaries. Functions of central bank: issue of paper currency, banker of the government, banker of banks and lender of the last resort, credit control, quantitative credit control, instruments of monetary policy, bank rate, open market operations, cash reserve ratio CRR, statutory liquidity ratio SLR, base rate, marginal cost of funds based lending rate, marginal standing facility, priority sector lending, liquidity adjustment facility, repo rate, reverse repo rate, quantitative or selective credit control, change in margin requirements or loans, maximum limit of the loans, rationing of credit, moral persuasion, working of monetary policy in India, other functions of RBI, export assistance, clearinghouse functions, change of currency, transfer of currency, dealing in foreign exchange, banks, board, bureau, Indradhanush to revamp PSU banks, monetary system of India, means. Symbol of rupee, important banking financial institutions, National Housing Bank NHB, Export Import Bank of India, Exim Mudra Bank, Sishu category, Kishore category, Tarun category, establishment year of important financial institution of India, financial institutions establishment year. Industrial Finance Corporation of India, 1st July 1948, Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India, ICICI, January 1955, Unit Trust of India UTI, 1st February 1964, Industrial Development Bank of India IDBI, July 1964, or Regional Rural Bank RRB, 2nd October 1975, Risk Capital and Technology Finance Corporation Limited RCTFC, March 1975, non-banking financial institutions. Features of NBFIs: small size, low capital intensity, easy availability of loans, unsecured loans, rescheduling of loans, support for economic needs. Independent policy: types of non-banking financial institutions: equipment leasing company, hire purchase company, housing finance company, investment company, loan company, mutual benefit financial companies. Role of non-banking financial institutions: financial intermediation, economic of scale, inducement to save, mobilization of saving, investment of funds, stability in capital market, providing specialized services, accelerating the rate of economic development, balance growth, providing liquidity. Chapter 19, Economic Growth and Development. Economic growth: balance and unbalanced growth in an economy. Balanced growth: important characteristics of balanced growth, essential conditions of balanced growth, benefits of balanced growth, limitations of balanced growth, unbalanced growth, principle of economic growth, Herod and Domer model, the Herod model HM, critic of the Herod model, the Domer model DM, assumptions of the Domer model, Solo's model, assumptions of the Solo model, John Robinson's model, assumptions of John Robinson's model, Golden Age, Caldor's model, constant working population, saving function, investment function, technical progress function, expanding population, assumptions of Kaldor's model, neoclassical theory of economic growth, defines between economic development and economic growth. Measurement of economic development, gross national product, per capita income, economic welfare, social and basic requirement, indicator, indicators of economic development, physical quality of life index PQLI, limitations of PQLI, human development index HDI, limitations of human development index, human sustainable development index HSDI, sustainable development goals, economic development and income distribution, rises of inequality with development, theories related to economic growth and income distribution, the Kuznets curve and inequality, the vicious cycle of poverty, theories of economic development, Adam Smith theory, Ricardian theory, criticism of Ricardian theory, Marxian theory, criticism of the Marxian theory, variable and constant capital, Schumpeterian theory, criticism of Schumpeterian theory, Ferenc theory, assumptions of the Ferenc theory, criticism of the Ferenc theory, W. Rostow theory, traditional society, preconditions to take off, drive to maturity. Age of high mass consumption, criticism of Rostow theory, big push theory, criticism of the theory, technical progress, Higgs classification of technical change, Herod's technical progress, disembodied technical growth, embodied technical growth, endogenous growth theory, criticism of the endogenous growth model.